Oh my God, I've been watching a lot of Miss Rachel. Do you like?
Oh.
Listen, if y'all have kids and you know Miss Rachel, I feel like I'm like, hello. That's what she does. Welcome back, and she like says everything 4 times. We love her, but still, you know.
I don't have that. I don't watch that.
Lauren doesn't have to endure Miss Rachel. She's honestly not too bad. It's not terrible.
No, mine was Bubble Guppies back in the day.
Oh yeah.
When Asher was little.
Okay, that's
cute.
I
say back in the day, like 8 years ago. It's not that long ago.
I know. 8 years flies by.
I know.
So welcome everybody. We are going to be making the cutest little thing today.
Yes. So in today's video, we're going to be teaching you how to make faux leather patches for beanies.
Yes.
I am obsessed with these. Leather patches on hats right now are really, really big. There are a lot of different varieties you can do with this, a lot of different things you can do. So I'm really excited to teach you all how to do these today. This would be an amazing last minute gift for someone on your list that you may not know what you need to get them.
Yes.
We're going to be doing a couple little design space tricks as well, so I'm really excited about that for you guys.
Honestly, a craft that includes leather is just something I want to be a part of.
I think leather has a special place in my heart.
Me too.
Period. I just love leather.
I like how it smells. I like how it feels. It just looks good. Like, I just love it.
Heaven to me smells like a leather shop.
Oh, listen, if y'all have been to Dollywood, you know Dollywood, you know the section. There's a section at Dollywood, if you haven't been before, and you walk through, and there's like, they do the silversmithing there, and then they have like a leather shop and the hats. Yes. Oh, man, that is just a dream. It smells so good. I love it.
Love it. So, or a boot store.
We went last weekend to a boot store, and I was like, this is the best smell. I was like, I look weird right now, but I'm about to smell this boot.
I'm going to smell this boot.
One thing about me, I'm going to smell that boot. It smells so good. I can't help it. Oh, that's so funny.
Yes.
Someone from England's here. Hi.
Well,
that's
hello.
Cool. Fancy.
So we are continuing our Christmas sale right now. If you have been a lurker and you want to jump on the Maker's Gonna Learn train to finish out your last minute Christmas gifts, hand make your Christmas items, which honestly, a lot of the things that I'm gifting this year are handmade. And I'm really excited about it. So if you want to jump in and hand make your Christmas gifts as well, we are still running our Christmas sale. Use code BEST for $40 off of our membership. Brings it down to $151.88 for the year. Y'all, that is a steal.
Yeah.
And jumping in right now at that price is definitely going to be something that you need to do, because I'm telling you, I've been telling you, Tanner's going to go up on those prices, y'all. So if you've been lurking right now, is the time to do this.
Yes, best deal. That's why we call it the best deal.
That's why we call it the best.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Lorraine says Home Depot, too. I do love the smell of I love the.
Me and Sadie were talking about this one day. Like, yes, it smells like a freshly built home or something like that. There's lots of weird smells that I like. Like, we won't go that route, but like, there's a lot of stuff that I really like the smell of that I'm not supposed to like the smell.
Skunk is not one for me. A lot of people weirdly love the smell of skunk. I detest it.
I used to like that. I like the smell of gasoline.
Oh, I used to, but I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Are y'all ready to go ahead and start?
Let's do it.
Let's jump in.
All right. Cool beans.
Awesome.
I'm loving your velour tracksuit today. Honestly, like, I need to get one. I'm like here for that. Because remember in middle school when tracksuit matching ones were like super trendy?
Why do you think I got this?
And like they said juicy on the back.
Oh, my go-to velour tracksuit was a navy blue one. But it didn't have juicy on it. So if I could find a navy blue one, I would love it.
We need to add some rhinestones to that thing, girl.
I know. So let's go ahead and talk about I had it hidden. Let's talk about this beanie. Y'all, I am obsessed with it. We'll go overhead
so cute,
so that you all can see it. The font we paired with this, I like a thinner font. But you could do so many different things with this. You could do Mama and Minnie.
Yes.
You could do husband and wife if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, or just names. It open to so many different things. But this is what we're going to be making today. So let's go over the materials that you're going to need. Obviously, you are going to need a plain beanie. It does not have to be black. You can get whatever color. These are we got these from Amazon. It was a 2-pack, pretty cheap. I think they were like $15 for both of them. I know you can probably find these at Walmart. There's so many different places you can find these beanies. And you can even get the ones with the pom-poms on the top if you want to. It really doesn't matter. But you do need a blank beanie. We are going to be using the paper thin faux leather from 143 that is linked below for you guys. This one you can cut with an Explorer or a Maker machine, or really even a Joy. All you're going to be using is a fine point blade, so you can cut this with pretty much any machine that you have. We are going to be, now this is something that you may not have on hand, and these are the rivets. So we're going to be using rivets today, and that's going to be key for this no-sew look. The rivets are what's going to hold this in place, but then after we place those rivets under there, I'm going to come in with some E6000 and place it underneath this patch and then put some pressure on it and let it sit for a day, and that is what has really attached this patch onto the beanie. The rivets hold it in place, and then the glue just kind of adheres those edges down. But even if the glue didn't stick completely, y'all, those rivets are like, it's not moving.
That E6000 is like duct tape. You can fix anything.
Yeah.
It's going to stay. It's going to attach forever.
Yeah. So that is the rivets. I do have a leather punch here. I don't think you necessarily would have to have it. I really think that a hole punch, actually I know a hole punch will go through this faux leather. I just had this handy. Actually, it was faster for me to find the leather punch than it was for me to find a hole punch here in the office. So I do have that. I do have a little rubber mallet that's going to help us with putting on the rivets. Of course, I have a mini easy press, some black HTV because we are going to be putting HTV on the faux leather, and then I have a strong grip mat for when we cut the leather, putting it through our Cricut. Is everyone with me?
Yes.
Okay, drop me an emoji if you are excited for this, because I'm going to get my computer turned on. And y'all, we're just going to go ahead and dive right into this. I don't think we need to waste any time today. I think just let's dive into the project.
Yeah, our computer likes to stay asleep.
It likes to stay asleep. And then it's like when we go to turn it on, it doesn't want to turn on.
You want to give your nails a moment or what?
Oh, are we giving? Yeah,
always.
Sure.
We always need a Lauren nail moment.
Okay, we'll get a nail moment.
Look at 'em.
These are part 1 of my Christmas nails this year. I will have a part 2.
When are you getting done? Next week?
Right, yeah, right before Christmas. So these are part 1 of Lauren's Christmas nails this year.
I love that. I'm glad we don't do a side-by-side because I've still got nails from November. I've got to go get my Christmas nails done. I'm probably just going to go red, classic.
Just classic.
Just classic this time.
Yeah.
They're cute, though. I love those.
I do love these nails.
Love it.
So let's get out of this. This was from a couple days ago. Oh, of course, y'all, an update needed. Imagine that.
Imagine.
Okay, so while we are waiting on that update, we'll just go ahead and go over here to Maker's Gonna Learn. Oh, here it is. It's coming. Let's go ahead and go here. So the text that we are going to be using, I'm pretty sure is Demonstrate.
It looks like Demonstrate.
I feel like we've used Demonstrate so much here recently.
It's one of the best fonts we have. Look at it.
Is it? Let's type it in. Look at this custom text feature that we have.
It's my favorite feature on our website. Oh.
Because Cricut Design Space is coming up.
Oh. We're trying to do too many things at once.
Yeah.
Lots of emojis.
So let's go back to our project. Okay. My project has now turned into my stuff. It's no longer projects or my projects. It's my stuff. I don't know about it.
Wait, does mine look like that?
I don't know about it.
Nope. Mine still says my project, so I'm going to need to update.
I don't know about it.
I like my stuff.
I do. I mean, but I'm just used to my projects.
Yeah.
So one thing that really changed my thinking the other day is somebody, and we'll go to Woodford in a second. Somebody said, Cricut updates. Why are there so many? Like, it irritates me. Why are there so many updates?
Yeah.
And then I thought about it. Y'all, there are so many updates. Instead of looking at updates as a negative, I feel like we need to change our thinking and start thinking of updates as a positive, as like, oh, wow, I'm going to get more like they're going to fix all the bugs. They're hopefully going to fix some projects. Maybe I get some new features.
Yeah.
And then every time we get an update, it's more like a gift rather than, again, really?
Because you have to reload Design Space and all that.
Right.
I think that's why people probably
think we need to start looking at it as a positive. So we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So this says Font Center Banana Pudding Sketch. Okay, first of all, I don't think Banana Pudding Sketch is on there. We're gonna use Image Info. Moonlight. I did not use Demonstrate.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back over here to Cricut Designs or Maker's Gonna Learn website. Y'all, if you've not seen our fonts, let's just go to our front font page. We have some really, really good fonts right now. They are not currently loading.
I think we're not logged in either.
Oh, we're not, are we?
Yeah, sometimes on this computer in here, it'll log us out, like if we're not piddling around on it enough.
Oh, I see that now.
Yes. That Groovy Cowgirl font, if y'all are members and you've seen that Groovy Cowgirl font, it's so cute. Have you seen it? It's like wavy, but Western.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cute.
So, it's trying. Oh, there it is. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, very
Tubular is another one that I've played around with that I like. It's a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the font that we're going to be using today is Moonlight. But what I really wanted to show you guys is our preview custom text. So let's just say we wanted to put in a name and see which one looked best. I'm actually going to be putting Mama on this one because I'm going to have one for me and one for Asher, my little boy. But I'm spelling Mama different than everybody else does. Most people spell it M-A-M-A. I've always spelled it M-O-M-M-A. So that's what I'm going to be spelling it today.
That's Mama with a country accent.
That's how I've always done Mama.
It's
so cute. We are going to see which one we like. You can scroll down and view them. But I think we're going to be using Moonlight today.
Love it.
That's the one that, not M-L-O-N. Let's try that again. That's the one that I had. So this is what it would look like. I like it. So what we're going to do is you're going to click download. What you will do then is come down here, unzip this file, and then you are going to open it up and you'll install it to your font book, and then you will reload Design Space. And y'all, it's that easy to upload fonts. It is that easy.
April's asking if you can use Cricut Leather on this project, and you can. And is that Cricut Leather, or is that 143's leather?
I thought this was 143's leather.
But you can use Cricut Leather.
We have Cricut Leather.
Yeah, we have it, and it's literally like the same.
Yeah, so here is the Cricut Leather. It's a little different. It feels a little different. So this one, I feel like Cricut Leather feels a little bit more like suede. This one, for some reason, the 143 is a little smoother. But I don't hate the Cricut Leather. Like this red patch, actually on that black beanie would be cute if that's the vibe you're going for.
Yeah, that would
so
be
yes,
cute.
you can use, oh, this is actually faux suede. But I think this would look good. Like the Cricut faux suede, faux leather would still look really, really good.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do now is I'm going to grab my measuring tape and we're gonna go overhead. And we are going to measure the size that we need our patch. So this right here, we're looking at about, I would say 2 inches in height. You could go up to 5 if you wanted to. Really, I'm looking at a 2 by 4 inch patch is what I want. And we'll bring this one in and I'll see exactly what I did for this one, which is a little bit, that's about what I did. I think I did closer to 4 1/4. Looks like I did closer to 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. So what you'll do is you're going to come in here back to Design Space. We're going to grab a basic shape. Now, you can decide if you want a rectangle with rounded edges, with hard edges, any one you want. I think this one has rounded. So we're going to grab this one. It does have rounded edges. We are looking at already, we're going to change the height to 2. And then what that will do, it'll make it a 2 by 3, but I want it to be closer to a 2 by 4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up here and unlock this, and I'm just going to go to width and put it at a 4-inch width so that we are at 2 by 4 inches, okay? So this is going to be our base shape. We're gonna be building this that you see over here on the side. So we're going to change that material color to the tan. That's the tan that we're gonna be using for our patch, okay? So now, what we're going to do is grab this. We're going to take our shape. What I want to do is I'm going to be creating this line right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to offset, and instead of doing an offset, I'm going to do an inset, okay? So I'm going to do a negative. If you all have never done this, I love this little hack. You're going to do a negative, which is going to give you an inset, but I don't want it I don't want a 0.25. I want it about a point. I think I want to do a 0.05. Nope, see, that's too close. You can play around with it. Let's do a 0.1, see what that looks like. Okay, that's a little better. I like the 0.1, so now we're going to apply that. Now again, we're going to, this is selected. Our black inset or offset result is selected. We're going to put another offset on that one. So we're going to do another, you can keep it at negative 0.1, or you can go larger if you would like. I'm going to apply that. Okay, is everybody with me? Now that we have, and there's so many different ways that you can do this. This is just the way that my brain works. Now we have both of our offset, or both of our insets that we just created. We're going to make sure both of them are selected. Then we're going to come down here to combine, and we are going to exclude. So what that's going to do is that's going to take off all that middle portion, so all the gray portion. So once you hit exclude, bam, you have a border.
Love it.
Super easy, super simple. So now you have a border to go around your patch. So Donna says, do you folks think it would be rude to make IOUs for gifts this year since I can't have my big heat press until Christmas? I personally do not. This is just me. Like, if I know that I'm going to be making something for someone, but I'm waiting for something else to come in, I think that would be fine. That's just my opinion.
You could even print out like little cards that have like a picture of the image you're going to use.
You could make cards on your Cricut, like she said, print out an image of what you plan to make them and say, coming soon, I don't know.
Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon.
You can come up with some kind of cute little thing to put on it. I don't think that's bad at
I
all.
don't either. Okay, so now we have our line around. We're just going to come down here. We're going to grab our text. We're going to change it. Oh, this is different.
Ooh, okay,
what?
Cricut. Okay, Cricut.
That's way different.
I love that for us.
Okay.
That's great and beautiful.
Bookmark, recents. Moonlight's on our recents. Huh. And I can even bookmark it.
Fancy pants. That's fancy.
Okay. So now I have the Moonlight font. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type in Mama. We're going to bring it over here. And I mean, it fits pretty perfect.
That's cute, girl.
It fits pretty good.
I love that. Mama.
But what you would do here is you would size it up or down, kern it or not, move the letters around depending on what you want. I will zoom in so you guys can see. But that's it. So now what we're going to do, the next step that you have to do, you have to take your border as well as your mama, and then you have to come down here and you have to unite them together, okay? So attach, unite, weld. Pretty much going to do the same thing, except unite is going to be able to let me come in here and just select, so you can see unite over here. I can come in here and just select mama and still move it around if I wanted to, but it's going to cut it. But when I try to click it, I have to come over here to this and select it by itself. But what it's going to do is it's going to cut it on the mat all together.
Right. So you're not having to place this border and then place the name at the same or at separate times.
So if you were to weld, which is what we used to do, then you couldn't go back. If you saved your project and then decided, hey, I want to come back and redo it, you can't do that once you hit weld. Once you hit weld, it's permanent, it's done, no going back.
Right.
Okay? So combine just allows you to come back and change some things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to zoom out. I'm actually going to select both of these, and I think I'm going to make it just a smidgen bigger. I said I could do 2 1/4, so I think we're going to do 2 1/4. Right about there.
Jennifer's talking about your amber ornaments. She made them for her black Christmas tree, which I think would look really cool.
Oh, yes.
And she also did red. You know, I said it would look like blood, but she said that it looks like poppy-filled red. Like, it's very pretty.
Really?
Yes.
That's
Jennifer,
amazing.
if you're a member, post pictures of yours. I did some, too, and posted my mom's tree that I did with them, but I want to see those red ones.
Yes.
Especially on a black tree. That's cute.
Yes. Okay. So now that we have this combined, we're going to go to make it. This is going to separate it out on 2 different mats. You do need to make sure that you turn the mirror on for the black. We're leaving it the same for the tan. So we will cut our HTV first. That way I can be weeding that while the other is cutting. So we're just placing our HTV shiny side down on the mat.
And whenever y'all are cutting things that have this delicate of a font, well, for us, we love to use the Caesar Easy Weed for projects specifically like this, because any other HTV is not necessarily going to weed as well. And we use a lot of different HTVs, but I swear by the Caesar Easy Weed.
Yep.
Y'all, we did the little Christmas like place setting, and we did a little wooden deer like drink name thing, and I put a name, I swear it was like the tiniest name I ever saw in my life.
Yes, it really was.
And it weeded like butter. Butter. So the Caesar Easy Weed, if you're wanting to do a lot of these especially, is going to do you good. It's going to work every time, and it's going to, as long as your cut settings are right, it's going to weed good every single time.
Yep. So I'm cutting this on everyday iron-on. That is my personal favorite to cut, the Caesar Easy Weed. I really don't have any problems with that. So we're loaded that into our mat, and we're going to cut that. Somebody asked where I got the rivets. I got those at I almost said Walmart, Amazon. I got those at Amazon, just so you guys know.
I feel like you could get rivets. Could you get them at Lowe's?
I don't know.
Well, probably Hobby Lobby too, honestly.
I would assume. So while that's cutting, I'll go ahead and show you guys. This was a pack of different rivets that we got. It does come with instructions to show you how to work these. It's pretty simple, but it comes with a setter and like something to help you press down on with, and it comes 2 different colors and like 3 different sizes. So you have silver ones and gold ones in here, so you could do really whatever you want. And they come in different lengths, so some of them are longer and some of them are shorter.
It looks like Hobby Lobby and Walmart sell these. So if you all have your faux leather and stuff already, or if you want to pick some up at Hobby Lobby, you can make these before Christmas.
So you can see there's one that's longer and one that's shorter. I'm wanting to say that we used the shorter ones with this one so that it would stay down. But we've got this cut, so let's take this off. Boop. Now we're just going to load our faux leather onto our mat.
If you're using the shortest ones, those are 0.24 inches. Someone was asking about the size. So.
Okay. It doesn't have the, I guess when we ordered these, there was something on the front of it. I guess we just took it out and threw it away.
That telling had the measurements on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did go on our Amazon store and see what we ordered. So I think what is linked down below is exactly what we ordered. So now we're just gonna load our faux leather onto our Cricut. Come back over here to Design Space because y'all, I'm the worst at remembering to do this. We're gonna change this, our setting, to faux leather paper thin. I've not had any issues. If you wanna cut it on more pressure, you can, but y'all, this cuts so easy. So we're just going to let that go through. Does Walmart carry faux leather? So I'm not gonna say yes or no on that because I feel like all Walmarts are completely different.
That's
like
a fact.
One Walmart that I go to will have a bomb craft section, and then another one that I'll go to won't even have hardly anything. Like they don't even have a craft section. Some Walmarts carry fabric, some do not.
Well, that's what I was about to say because it looks like they have like some pre-cut leather fabric like in the fabric section on Walmart.com. So like I would check your Walmart, especially if you have a fabric section, and just see if they've got some like, it won't be in sheets like this probably. It'll probably be like on a roll, like a fabric roll.
Yeah. So, and that's it. Boom.
Easy peasy.
Look how good that cut.
It's cute.
Okay, so now let's get to weeding our...
I'm so bad, like, I can make stuff, but like, I just be buying stuff instead of making it. So don't be like me, because I could have made this so easily, and I literally bought a hat with a leather patch on it from a small shop on Etsy.
Well, at least you're supporting other small businesses.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So if I wasn't doing, but it's a real hat. It's not a toboggan. It's like a little flat bill hat for my little cousin. Oh my gosh, it's like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, so these are really, really popular right now. I don't want to say, like, beanies have always like been popular. But right now, those flat bill hats with the leather patches are super popular.
They're so freaking cute. They're like the cutest thing I ever saw, especially on like little boys. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Okay.
Gwen's asking when to know when your blade needs to be replaced, and for us.
So that's gonna be depending on how much you use your machine.
Yeah.
If you use your machine a lot, I would say 4 to 6 months, maybe not even that many times. And it really depends on what you cut.
Yeah.
So if you cut stronger material, then your blade is gonna get duller sooner.
Like if you're cutting leather like this a bunch all the time, you're gonna replace your blade a lot sooner than if you're just doing paper crafts all the time.
Yeah. Okay, y'all, look how fast. Now we're taking our Cricut Mini Easy Press heat setting of 2.
Are you pressing that on the mat?
I was going to, but thank you. I was just,
stressing me out
I was just going to go at it. Listen, that's just how Now, does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Does that make you feel better?
I can just imagine that being like glued to, I don't think it would happen, but I don't know. It was making me nervous.
I honestly don't leave it on there a ton. This stuff adheres pretty quickly. And I don't like the leather curling so much, so a couple good swipes. And now we are going to be ready to attach our patch to our beanie. Yay. So one thing I do want to say is I did this before putting my holes in the leather because I am, if you can see on this Asher one, I did put the rivets around the corners of this, so I still wanted, like I didn't want the HTV to stop, if that makes sense. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna come in with my leather punch, and that's the smallest. I don't want it on the largest.
And if y'all missed earlier, Lauren said that you can use a hole punch.
Yeah, you can use a hole punch for this. I'm just using it, I'm just using this because it was easy, like I knew where it was in my desk. So what you're going to do, hole punch, leather punch, whatever you have, you're just going to take it and you are going to put a hole down here in the corner. So, and this faux leather can sometimes, I'd say if you had a hole punch, it would actually be easier. I'm putting it, I don't know, about 1/4 inch from the corner. Let's see. Maybe closer to a 1/2 inch from the corner. So 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch from the corner, you're going to put your hole in here. Punch your hole in the corner. You're going to do that on all 4 sides.
Someone was asking about using the faux leather from the Dollar Tree, and we haven't used the faux leather from the Dollar Tree because our Dollar Tree doesn't carry it that I've seen. Now, Lauren and Courtney went to the Dollar Tree last week, and y'all, they've got cup turners. They've got a resin.
Yep.
So I'm thinking like maybe we need to go and see if ours is carrying leather. Did y'all see any?
I did not see any.
Well, I'd like to try it out because we do use faux leather for like a lot of our crafts here.
We do.
And I feel like it would work just fine for this. Like I don't, you know, a lot of times there's different qualities of things in crafting, like especially HTV and like resins and stuff like that. But faux leather, like it is what it is.
Ooh.
Like I don't feel like there's going to be a huge gap between the qualities of it. So maybe we'll try to get some of that and see if it'll work. I want to make some of these hats for my family members because I think they're so cute.
They're really easy. So I'm just going through and making sure that I have 4 of each piece for our... Okay, so I lied to you all, or I didn't, but did I tell you there were 3 sizes or 2?
2, but in the Amazon thing,
there's 3.
Yeah.
Okay, because I think we've used all the little tiny ones, so I'm not using the tiny ones. I'm using the middle ones.
Okay.
Not the little tiny ones. I'm using the middle ones to
Those are 0.31 inches.
Okay, so the rivets that I'm using, the base is a 0.31
or 8 millimeter.
8 millimeter base. Okay. So we've got 3. I need 1 more. There we go. Found it. Does anybody have any questions so far?
I think we've addressed them so far, but if anybody can think of any at this moment. Oh, Greedy Gambler Slots asks, what type of brand of leather is this? This is 143 vinyl.
Yes, this is the 143 vinyl faux paper thin leather. This is what it looks like, the sheet. You can also use the Cricut leather for this if you wanted to. Either one would work. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to come in here. We're not gluing this down first. And the reason we're not gluing this down first is because I want to make sure I get my rivets in the right spot. And then I'm just going to come back through and use the E6000 as like a little bit underneath it. Not all the way across it, just so we tack down these edges. And then we'll place something heavy on it to press it for later, okay? So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to come through here. And if you want to, I think, trying to think if I made a hole or if I think that's what I did. So I lay this down. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our leather punch and try to just make a little hole here in our beanie. Now what I'm able to do is take my rivet, and this end is gonna go up through the back part of it, and then it will just pop through here. Okay, is everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go through, and I think I'm gonna place all 4 of them while we're doing this. So
someone was asking if you can sublimate on these. I haven't sublimated on this faux leather, but that website I was telling you about earlier, Lauren, where a lot of the people that have blazers, they get theirs from this website called Create with 614, and they sell sublimatable leather patches that also have adhesive on the back.
Oh, wow.
So you could technically sublimate this name or like whatever you wanted. You could sublimate a logo. Like I would love to put a business logo on one of these. So that could be a good option too.
Okay, so now that I have my 2 top corners done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my base. Now there is a concave, so there's a side that dips in and a straight side. What you're going to do is you are going to use, I'm pretty sure it's the concave side that we're going to be placing it. Oh, no. You're going to use the flat side first, place it down on something hard, and then what we're going to do is we're going to place that on top of it, take our front part of our rivet, place it down on top. It's a little hard with nails. And then it's going to click, which you all didn't hear that click. Really, you can do it with your finger. You don't have to have the anvil or the setter. And then you're just going to click them in, okay? So we heard them click, right?
Mm-hmm. So, and y'all, don't put these in the washer.
No.
I would not ever. I would hand wash it if I needed to.
So now what we're going to do is we are going to, we've got this, we've clicked it in. What we're going to do is we are going to place the concave end of the setting tool, and we're going to, oh, no, sorry. Y'all, I don't do this very often. Here's what we've got this. So there's a side that has like a divot in it. What we're going to do is we're going to take it, still on the flat side of this one. We're going to place it over top of that rivet, hold it down, and now we're just going to hammer it down. And if you mess up the first time, it's okay. There have been so many times that I have messed these things up. So I'm going to take this off. Let's go back to one and we'll take this off real quick.
Someone was asking if you could do this with the Explorer. Any Cricut that has a fine point blade, which is all of them, can cut faux leather. So yeah, you can.
Yes.
Yep. That's what I love about it.
Can't remember how I got this off the last time.
Did you have pliers maybe?
I bet I did.
You want me to grab those like fine point? I'll grab those.
Please and thank y'all. Mm-hmm. So as you can see, we obviously mess up too around here. So we are going to fix it. Because these rivets, if you don't hit them exactly where they're supposed to be, can be tricky. And see, look at this one, we'll go overhead. See how this one went sideways? That's not what you want. You want it to go straight down, and I don't know why it went sideways because I did have it straight down. But this metal is very...
I'm going to link that website for you all, that one of the sublimatable patches. I think, let me see, Craft with 164 is the website. There's lots of numbers in these crafting websites.
There really are.
Hold on, I have a link. Because a girl that I follow on Instagram, Wooden Lush, she is a scroll saw artist. And if y'all didn't know, I do scroll saw work. So she does laser and scroll saw stuff. And I was like, where do you get your patches? I need to know because I wanted to do some like already adhesive patches so we didn't have to like figure out how to put adhesive on the back.
Right. And I tried. Where did those wire cutters go?
Oh,
okay. You know what? We just got it off. We got it. Okay. So let's attempt this again.
So it went in sideways? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it like went in the wrong way. Like it went in completely sideways. So we're going to attempt this again. We're going to grab another one of these. I'm going to move it over this way. We're going to bring this back in.
Okay, let's see.
Put it through our hole. Grab this. Snap it down on the top. This one came off a while ago, so we'll take this out. Snap it back down on the top. Then we are going to take our rivet, okay? I'm gonna unfold this. Flat surface.
And I think this is something like once you do it over and over again, you're gonna get better at it. Like the more often you do it, the better you'll get.
Take your setter, place it here. We're just going to give it a lovingly gentle tap to start out with.
I think everybody is like, oh, just watching you fix that.
I know. Then we're going to move over to this side.
Someone was asking about doing a vintage look on these. I feel like the leather patch in itself looks vintage, if you're asking me. Like, I feel like this looks like a vintage leather patch.
Yeah.
Naturally.
So we're going to hold this down. I think it's just this side that doesn't like me because the other side did fine.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why.
It's looking cute, though. Very cute.
Okay, so once you have those two set, you're going to come back in and do the same on the bottom two.
So in my brain, which you said that you're going to add the glue at the end, in my brain I'd be like, okay, I got the first two in, I want to put glue on. Would it mess me up if I put glue on and then did the bottom two?
I don't think it would.
Okay.
I think if you wanted to go ahead and put glue on it, we can, which we can do that now that we've got it set. What we can do is we'll just come in here. The only problem is when you are working with this, like coming in here with these rivets, like you're gonna be moving all of this around.
Right.
Would be my only issue.
Yeah, and it like, yeah, I can see why that would be a problem.
So same thing. We're bringing this in the bottom. I didn't cut the hole in this one. Let's go back through. And I'm actually gonna move this to the smallest setting on that. And
Melanie says, I sew and rivets and snaps are the death of me. I just can't seem to get it right. For the first time around, I'll waste more than I use, but when you get them right, they look amazing.
they really do.
I agree. These rivets take this project like on to another level.
Yeah.
Because we could just attach the patch as it was, but I think the rivets give it another element, and I like it. I feel like it needs it.
For sure. Sorry if y'all can't see. I'm trying my best to like work this and do this so that I can get both of them in the shot. There we go. Ah, there we go. Well, and now come out. Okay. It's all good.
Y'all, it's hard to focus and craft and teach.
You know what I think my problem is?
What?
I've just realized it.
What?
I did use the smaller ones on this one. Look at the size difference.
Oh, like the diameter is even
Look at the
smaller.
size difference.
Okay. I figured the diameter on all of them would be the same. And
I
it would
did
just
too.
Be like
so
the
this
depth.
is why, okay, this is why I hate the fact that the daggone thing is not on the, why did we throw it away?
I
Tell
don't
me.
even know when we got those, if you want me to be honest. I'm going to say make your university era
Yeah.
2022.
Why did we throw that top part away?
I don't know.
Because I need those smaller ones. That's my problem, is I need the smaller ones.
Okay.
And I bet you money I'm going to have to do silver because I don't have enough of the gold ones because the gold ones have been used. There's one tiny one. Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Give me one more. Give me one more.
April asked if they have designer rivets or do they look like these? I'm not 100% sure what you mean, but I'm thinking like, do they have like special kinds of rivets or are they all gold and silver?
I think they do have special kinds.
Yeah, they've got like different finishes and stuff like that for them, if that's what you're referring to.
Okay, so we're gonna try this again with smaller rivets. That one may just have to be bigger, I don't know. Maybe we can get it out. Or maybe we can just cut another one. Okay, so you do need the smaller rivets with this. It does work better with the smaller rivets. This one is already in. So let's go ahead and put this one in. Snap it down. So we're doing the 0.21 diameter rivets, okay? 0.21. Putting it on the thing, putting our setter. Y'all, did you see how much easier that was? Mm-hmm. It was because my rivets that I were using were too large. Too large.
We figured it out.
Figured it out. So now I'm just going to come back in here and put another rivet here.
Lauren's not turning the hat all the way inside out because if you turn it inside out, that back flap is going to try to like cover up what you're trying to do. That's
yeah,
why
so if I turn it this way, that's what it's going to look like.
It's hard to see what
because
you're
this
doing.
is what's going to flip inside out.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm trying to position and move everything accordingly.
These patches we created ourselves, Jeff, so they're actually just cut from faux leather that we ordered from 143 Vinyl, and we did link the vinyl below if you're wanting to order some. And they have like, I want to say they have like 8 different colors of faux leather. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 6. And some of it is like metallic. They have metallic gold, antique gold, pearlized gold, and pearlized silver. And then they have a distressed saddle and a russet tan. And we're using the russet tan today. The saddle is more of like a
dark.
It's like more orangey. I don't want to say cognac because I feel like that's kind of what we're using today. But they've got lots of options.
We do love the paper thin faux leather for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So now that I've got that one in, that one corner just may have to be a larger rivet is all I can say. Now I'm going to take my bottom part. Now this is where you will kind of flip it inside out, set it down on it.
Oh, Jeff was wanting to know the sublimation patches. Listen, we might need to do some content around leather sublimation patches.
Yep, that was my problem because look how much easier. It's going like a breeze now. Okay, and here is my last little guy that I'm going to be using. We're going to come down here.
It's looking good. The final countdown. Is everybody ready? Speaking of final countdowns, is everybody ready for Christmas?
No.
Lauren's not ready. She'll get it together. I have no worries. If Lauren was shopping a month ago, I would be worried about her. But the fact that she hasn't done her Christmas shopping yet, I know she's gonna pull through. I know you are.
I mean,
Lauren thrives in procrastination period. She thrives there. Me, on the other hand, I have to start shopping like 6 months in advance. I have to plan it out and make a Excel spreadsheet, and we're different in that way.
Yep. And that's okay.
That's okay.
That's on period.
That's on period.
Okay, we're on our last one.
Yay.
Finally.
Oh, man. Listen, y'all. We haven't talked about our new little schedule coming up in the new year.
We've not.
But we have our schedule's going to be a little bit different coming here soon. I think y'all are going to really like it. I think they're going to be really pumped about it.
I do too.
It'll be different, but I think y'all are going to like it.
Okay.
So it's done.
Well, yes and
you're
no.
blue.
So if you wanted to, you could be done right here.
Yeah.
The only issue is, let me see if we do it. Let's go. So the issue is when you put it on,
It's got the little.
Yeah. It puckers right here. And that's just normal for the leather patches. So the next step you're going to do, you can do fabric glue, E6000, whatever. We are going to be using E6000 today. Oh, and this doesn't have a tip on it, does it? Darn.
A tip
There's
on
not
it.
like a precision tip.
No. You can get a paintbrush. You can just wing it.
Well, we may have to do that. So we're just coming in here, and I'm just going to, we'll just use the back of the patch like this. Place some of that down, move it back to where it's supposed to go, smooth it out. Y'all could see, I don't know if y'all saw that, but I did a pretty large like dollop in there, and then what I do is I'm just coming down here and smoothing it out. And then this side is still wanting to like pucker a little bit. So I'm just gonna put that there, place it down, but instead of spreading this way, I'm gonna take it and kind of spread it back in toward the middle.
Yeah, April was saying that they do sell it with a tip. We don't have the one with
I
the tip
thought
today.
that they did sell it with a tip.
Yeah.
I was almost positive they did.
E6000 is so handy to have.
So normally they do sell it with a tip, so it would be easy with the precision tip to get in here and do all of this. We're just doing a little bit. Now what you're going to do is you're going to want to take it, flip it this way, flip it inside out, and then I don't have anything heavy right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to place something heavy over top of it and leave it sitting for a day, and that way it will really adhere down to the beanie.
Yes.
And then it ends up looking like that.
It's so cute. It looks good. M. Sims was actually asking about heat and bond. Would you like to share your experience?
Let's come over here and I will share my experience with heat and bond.
Because we thought the same thing. I thought that would work like faux show. I was like, there's no way it won't work.
See, I kind of thought that too. And I don't know if yes, Karen, the glue tip would help. Mm-hmm. It would help so much. Yeah. But I thought that the heat and bond would work. We were both convinced heat and bond will work. It's going to be great. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's because this is like mainly acrylic fabric, but it did not work. And I'll show you the back. And I really hope that it goes back. But like I tried the heat and bond, and can y'all see how like it destroyed the fibers of that beanie?
It's like it melted it.
It's like it melted it and it stretched it. And it's not going back together.
That's so weird.
And I used it on a heat setting of 2, which I don't think is too hot. Maybe a heat setting of 1 would have been better, but it, like the back of this beanie, I don't know if it's fixable.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah. So we thought heat and bond would work too. They can't see that at all, can they? I may have to go overhead so they can see what it did.
Yeah, it just like stretches it out. You can't really see it where we're at over here.
Can you see how it stretched it out right here? Can they see that?
Yeah, it's just so dark, but I think they can tell.
Is this better?
Yeah. I think it just...
Like that shouldn't be that, those fibers shouldn't be that far apart. It looks like if this side were stretched out over here and it's not going back together.
Yeah.
So,
Lindsay's asking if we could use the same technique on caps, like baseball caps.
What I would be afraid of using it with caps would be the rivets going through. Now with caps, I would think you could use 3M or heat and bond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd adhere better. It's not made out of this like
acrylic. It's more of a cotton material.
It's more of a real material opposed to a synthetic. So like the heat and bond, I don't think wants to adhere to synthetic materials as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Karen said probably on hat press would be even better too, possibly. Mm-hmm. Also, Melanie says they have rivets that have pearls, rhinestones, different color beads.
Okay.
Yeah. I might have to check those out.
Yeah, that's fun. I love
But
that.
the rivets keeping it on this, I think it just adds like a different, like a very nice element.
It's very cute. I love it. I love it.
Have you tried to sew it? You can sew it. Sewing it would, like, you could definitely sew through this faux leather.
For
if
sure.
you wanted to.
Yeah.
But we were trying to do a no-sew. That was the whole point of trying to do a no-sew, was using the rivets and the fabric glue or the E6000.
Yeah. So you could, I mean, if you're an avid sewer, like you can get in there. I don't think that would take but a minute. Like it would not take long
It would be
at all.
super easy to sew it. You could probably even hand sew these.
Yeah. Well, Karen just said sewing wouldn't be hard on the machine. Yeah.
No.
I don't think it would be terrible. Because it's not real leather.
No.
It's
no.
very, very, very thin, like fabric. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Does anyone have any other questions?
We're making a Christmas sweater tomorrow, right? Is tomorrow Jesus' birthday Christmas sweater?
Yeah.
For on the
I
live?
forgot about that.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow.
Birthday boy.
Yeah, it's very cute. And then, yeah, so we'll see y'all over there. If nobody has any more questions, I guess we'll talk to you then.
Sounds good.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye.